Okay, so having achieved that, the next thing is still want to change a background. So I'll come to my overlay, then media, then bring in the next background I want to use. So I have this and I will move this, and I have something like this. Something like this. The next thing, I'll go in to bring other resources. I'll click on my media, then I will come to where I have this and bring this down, and I'll keep it somewhere here. Now, if you want to know how I got this, you need to stay tuned to the end of this video, where I will show you how you can achieve this using Pixel Lab. Okay, so I have this. Okay, so once I have this, I will add my in animation, and in animation I want it to come in slide down. So I'll have this slide down, then reduce the duration. I have that. Then I'll come to my this and come to where I have my remove.bg. Now you can take off this, the background of this, using remove.bg. So if you don't have that, how you can go to your Play Store and download remove.bg, where you can use to remove background of any picture. So I have this, I have removed this background. So once you bring this in, we're going to animate this as well. So keep it somewhere here and go to in animation, and we're going to use slide left. Okay, and that's okay. Okay, so we have this. Now the next thing we want to do, we want to bring in that blinking text. So you come to where you have here and type in your text. Okay, so we have here how. So next thing is going to, we will help you. So I'll come here and type we. Okay, so I have this we, then I'll change this font to monster right here and try to use this. So I use bold. Okay, so I have this and I'll stretch this. Okay, so I have something like this. So I have this here at this point here. Reduce this, then this is it. Then I'll come to where I have color. Before color, I'll come to outline to add an outline, then change the outline to white. Okay, and reduce the duration to +2. Okay, I have that. So having that, the next thing, I'll come to color, then I'll come to where I have this here to reduce the color from 100% to 0. So I'll click here and drag, and here is it. I have this. Okay, so once I have this, and I'm going to have this, so I have here. So I have something like this. So I'll click here and split. Then I'll come here again and split again. Then at this middle one here, I'll change it back. I'll add a color to 100 here. Then come back to where I have an outline and take off the outline. So if you play this, I'm going to have something like this. Okay, so did you notice that? Okay, so the next thing is we will. So I'll come here, click here and click on split here, then drag this one a bit of it here. So once it's having wheel here, so I'll drag this here down here and type in wheel and edit this to wheel. So this is it, and I'll do the same thing here. Then drag it a little bit, click on split, then come here, split again, then okay. So at this point, I'll also change this, add color to 100%. Then I'll come back to where I have my outline and take off the outline. So if you are playing this, I'm going to do something like that. Okay, so did you notice that wheel? So the next thing is going to be help you. So I'll click here and I'll click on split and drag this down here, and the next thing is going to be help you. So I have here, and I want to edit this to help you. Okay, so this is it, and I have something like this. Okay, and I'll repeat the same thing. So I'll split here, then come down here, split again, and same thing, you go back to the middle one, then you add color to it 100%, then you remove the outline. Okay, so this is it. It's as simple as this. Okay, so once this is done and this is okay. Okay, so this is it, and you trim this other part off, then you can split it to take this part off. Okay, so this way you want everything to end, so you can come here too and trim this right, and also trim this part off and trim it right. Okay, so and I have this. So you want to apply out an animation to this, and at this point sliding in right, so you can change the duration to be very small. Then this is going to slide out or down, and you have something like this, and you make it snappy. So if you're having something like, okay, so that's how it is actually. So the next thing, go back and bring in the second layer, the next layer you want to use, and something you put the same process, and this is it. You click here and you have this background here, you add to it, and this is it. Then the next thing we do, we bring in the next one, which is something similar like this. Then we turn this with this. Okay, you have this, then you click on your media to bring in your materials. So we have something like this. Okay, then you add your text. Okay, so that's it. Then you add this wheel and you repeat the same thing. You bring in the text, you cut at some point to reduce the duration, and that is done. Okay, so you repeat the same before you know, and now it's as simple as this. It's not two ways about it. So you repeat the same process. In the next of this clip, you change the background, you bring in this you've done, then you position it and you add animation either in or out or side or downward, and this is done. So this is the final outcome. Okay, so if you find this video amazing and thrilling, you can leave a like and a comment below, then subscribe to my channel if you're new to get further updates on wherever I drop a video. You won't want to miss out on this amazing opportunity. Now, like I promised, for you to be able to create that slightly like something like this, like I promised, you're going to use what we call Pixel Lab. So if you do not have Pixel Lab, you go to your Play Store to download Pixel Hub. Okay, so let's see how it is done using Pixel Hub. Okay, so this is it. We have here Pixel Lab. Look at it here. So this is the hub, this is the icon of the hub. Like you can see here, we have Pixel Hub Lab. So once you click on your Pixel Lab, you click on it to open. Once you open your Pixel Lab, you're going to have something like this. Okay, to begin a project, you're going to have this. Today is a pixel lab, so initially you're going to see something like this. You can come here to change the size of your image to suit into whatever size you want to use, or if you're comfortable with this font, you can as well use the font. So we take off this text and delete it off. Now you want to create a shape, so you can come down to where you have this here. You click on this to create a shape. And once you click on this, you come to where you have shapes here and you click on the shapes here. Okay, so I'll click on the shapes here, and once I click on the shapes, you can see we have this. So you click right where you have this to change the shapes you want to use. Now okay, I want to use something like, still going to use a rectangular like this. Then I'll adjust it. Then I'll come to where I have radius here to change the radius of the edges. So once I click here, you can notice this down movement is changing gradually. So I can do this. Okay, have you seen? I've changed the radius. Okay, so that is it. Now you can also change the color of this from here to whatever color I feel like using. Okay, so that is it. And with this is achieved. So this is how I actually achieved that shape. So you can place it somewhere like this. Then the next thing, you want to add those clips here. So you still come back to where you have your shapes, and this time around you're creating a circle. So once you create a circle, you can reduce this and you come to where you have fill color. Now once you come to fill color, you'll be choosing gradients. You'll be choosing gradients here down here. So once you click on gradient, you can see we have color and we have gradient. So you click down to where you have gradients here. Have you seen it as the red thing has shifted to gradient? So once you have gradient, there are different gradients here. This was the one I created myself. Now for you to create a gradient, for instance, you have something like this and you want to create a gradient. So you come to where you have this plus sign. Now here we have two different colors here. Now if you look here, this is color 1 and this one is deep kind of them. So I'll click here, you can see something like this here. This is color and this is color. Now for me to change the color of this side, I'll click on this side first. I'll click on this side first. I'll click here first. So once I click here first, I'll click color. Then I'll change this to whatever color I need. Then trying to change something like this. Okay, have you seen? Then if I'm looking for this to change the color of the side, I'll click it to change the color. Then once I click here, you've seen it has highlighted this yellow. Then I'll click on color. Now this time around, I need something like this. So I can come here, shift it to something like this, and I have this. Okay, so once this is done, I want a kind of a straight line circle. I'll use my hand where I have this 0 to drag this down here. Have you seen these two shapes now? I've placed them in the middle to give me this what I want here. So once this is okay, I'll click on my okay, and this is it. My shape is ready. So I'll click here, size it and place it somewhere here, just the way I want it to be, and I'll have it somewhere here. Okay, so once that is done, I'm done with that. I'll go back and create my next shape here. So I'll still come back to my shapes and still need a circle. So I'll click here and drag it small. Drop it somewhere here. Then I'll come to where I have my color and change it to still the same yellow color. Okay, so I have this here, and the next thing, I'll still need another circle. Then I'll drag it here. I'll still change it to circle here. So this time around, I want to include a stroke, so I'll drag a stroke width here, and I'll change the stroke color to a gradient, and I can choose this very gradient. Then I'll come to the color opacity to take this off. So I'm just left with the color. If the stroke width is too much, I'll reduce it. Okay, to something like this. And this is it, and my testing is done. I can decide to adjust this to this, and I have something like this. Okay, so simple as this. Add this to this somewhere. Okay, so once this is there, I want to export this image. Now if I'm exporting this image like this, it's going to come out with this background. No, I just need these shapes that I've created only. So what I'll do, I'll come to where I have here, down here, background here, to change the background. So once I come down here, click on that box, I'll come to here, I have transparency to change the color to a transparent background. So once I click on transparent background, I will click here to download the image. So once I download the image, you're going to see save as. You're going to see the format is PNG, meaning that it is only the image that you've created that is going to come out. So I'll click on save to gallery and my image is there. So this is as simple as that. So you can use it to create as basic shapes as you want to use for your project. So if you find this video useful, make sure to leave a comment on the comment section, like, subscribe, and also turn on the bell notification for further video that will come through this channel. Thank you.